If you've ever sat on the edge of your bed in the morning, slowly lowering your feet to the floor, waiting for that tingling, numb, heavy feeling to fade, you're not alone. I've met thousands of seniors over the years who quietly live with cold feet, aching calves, swelling ankles, or that unsettling pins and needles sensation. Many of them told me the same thing in a soft, worried voice. "Doctor, I feel like my legs just don't wake up the way they used to." What most people don't realize is that poor circulation in the legs and feet doesn't just affect comfort. It affects confidence, it affects balance, it affects sleep. It can even affect how long you stay independent. I've seen proud, active adults slowly stop walking outside, stop visiting friends, stop traveling, simply because their legs felt unreliable. And that breaks my heart because in many cases, there are simple, natural ways to support better blood flow that people are never told about. Today I want to share something that often surprises my patients. It's not a pill, it's not an expensive supplement. It's not a complicated exercise routine. It's one single fruit that, when used correctly, can help support healthier circulation to your legs and feet, sometimes in a way people notice the very same day. I'm going to explain why this fruit works, how to use it safely, and what mistakes to avoid so you don't waste your time or money. Now, let me be very clear. This is not a miracle cure, and it does not replace medical care. But I've watched this one simple dietary habit make a real difference for many older adults who felt stuck, frustrated, and discouraged. Some noticed warmer feet at night. Some noticed less heaviness in their calves when standing. Others told me they felt more confident walking again. And confidence, at any age, is priceless. Here's the problem most seniors face. As we get older, our blood vessels naturally lose some flexibility. Blood doesn't travel as easily to the farthest points of the body, especially the legs and feet. Add in years of sitting, past injuries, diabetes, high blood pressure, or cholesterol issues, and circulation can slow even more. That's when symptoms begin to whisper at first, then speak louder over time. Cold toes, swelling, cramping, restless legs at night. A dull ache that just won't go away. Most people are told, just walk more. Walking is wonderful. But here's the truth many don't say out loud. If circulation is already struggling, walking alone may not be enough. Your body also needs the right internal support. It needs nutrients that help blood vessels relax, reduce internal inflammation, and support healthy blood flow. And this is where the fruit I'm talking about comes in. The fruit is pomegranate. Now stay with me because this is not about juice commercials or health fads. There is a very specific reason surgeons, cardiologists, and vascular specialists have paid attention to pomegranate for years. It contains natural compounds that support nitric oxide activity in the body. Nitric oxide helps blood vessels relax and widen slightly, allowing blood to flow more smoothly, especially to the extremities like your legs and feet. I remember one patient, a retired school teacher in her early 70s. She told me she dreaded nighttime because her feet felt icy no matter how many socks she wore. We adjusted a few daily habits and added pomegranate in a very simple way. 2 weeks later, she smiled and said, "Doctor, my feet don't feel like blocks of ice anymore." That moment stayed with me, not because it was dramatic, but because it gave her hope. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll learn exactly how to use pomegranate the right way, how much is enough, and why many people use it incorrectly and see no benefit at all. I'll also explain who should be careful, especially if you're on medications, and how to combine this habit with simple daily routines that multiply the effect. And there's one small detail, something most videos never mention, that can make the difference between mild improvement and noticeable change. Don't miss that part because it's often where people go wrong. So take a deep breath. You're in the right place. Your legs and feet are not too old to improve. The body has an incredible ability to respond when we give it the right support, even later in life. And sometimes the first step forward really is as simple as what you place on your plate. Type continue for the next part. Now let's talk about why this works. In plain, simple terms, no complicated medical language, no confusing charts. Just the truth your body understands. Inside your blood vessels is a delicate lining called the endothelium. Think of it like a soft inner skin that controls how wide or narrow your blood vessels are at any given moment. When we're younger, that lining responds quickly. Blood flows easily, feet stay warm, legs recover faster. But with age, stress, sugar spikes, inflammation, and years of wear and tear, that lining becomes sluggish. It stops relaxing the way it should. Blood still moves, but not efficiently, especially to the farthest places like your toes. Pomegranate contains powerful natural compounds called polyphenols, particularly polycollagens. These compounds help protect that inner vessel lining from oxidative stress. More importantly, they support your body's ability to maintain nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is not a drug. It's a molecule your own body produces that tells blood vessels, relax, open up, let blood through. When nitric oxide levels drop, circulation suffers. When they're supported, blood flow improves. This is why some seniors notice their feet feel warmer within hours of consuming pomegranate. Not because blood is being forced, but because vessels are gently relaxing, allowing circulation to move the way it was designed to. This is also why the effect feels natural, not jittery or artificial like some stimulants. Now let me bust a common myth. Many people think poor leg circulation only happens if you have severe artery disease. That's not true. Mild to moderate circulation issues are incredibly common after 55, even in people who appear healthy. You don't need to be diagnosed with anything serious to experience heavy legs, cold feet, or nighttime discomfort. Often, it's simply years of reduced vessel flexibility combined with modern lifestyle habits. Another myth is that fruit sugar makes circulation worse. This is where context matters. Whole pomegranate, especially in controlled portions, does not behave the same way as soda or candy. The fiber and polyphenols slow sugar absorption and actually reduce oxidative stress. In fact, many seniors with blood sugar concerns tolerate pomegranate very well when used correctly. The problem is not the fruit. The problem is excess and poor timing, which we'll talk about shortly. I've seen patients who drank a tiny glass of pomegranate juice daily and felt nothing. I've also seen patients who ate half a fruit at the wrong time and felt bloated or uncomfortable. That doesn't mean pomegranate doesn't work. It means the method matters. The body is precise. When you work with it instead of against it, results come more naturally. Let me share another real-life example. A gentleman in his late 60s came to me complaining of leg fatigue after short walks. His tests were normal. No major blockages. Just age-related changes, as many doctors would say. We focused on vessel support, hydration, gentle movement, and pomegranate at the right time of day. After a month, he told me his legs felt lighter and he could walk longer without that heavy dragging sensation. Nothing dramatic. Just steady improvement. And that's exactly what healthy aging should look like. Now, a very important safety note. If you are on blood thinners, blood pressure medication, or have kidney issues, you should always be mindful of dietary changes. Pomegranate is natural, but natural does not mean careless. Moderation and consistency are the key. And again, this is not a replacement for medical care, it's support. What excites me most about this approach is that it empowers you. You're not waiting for a prescription refill. You're not dependent on a machine. You're using food in a targeted, intelligent way to help your body do what it already wants to do, circulate blood more effectively. In the next part, I'm going to show you exactly how to use pomegranate for leg and foot circulation, when to take it, how much is enough, what time of day works best, and the most common mistake I see seniors make that completely cancels out the benefit. Now let's bring this into real life, because understanding is only helpful when it turns into action you can actually follow. First, let's talk about the simplest and safest way to use pomegranate for circulation support. You do not need large amounts. In fact, more is not better here. For most seniors, a small serving works best. That can mean about half a cup of fresh pomegranate seeds or a small glass around 4 ounces of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Not a blend, not a cocktail. Just pomegranate, with no added sugar. Timing matters more than people realize. The best time to take pomegranate is earlier in the day, ideally in the morning or early afternoon. This is when your circulation system is naturally more responsive, and when gentle vessel relaxation supports movement, balance, and daily activity. Taking it very late at night may increase bathroom trips or disrupt sleep for some people, which is not what we want. One mistake I see often is people drinking pomegranate juice with a heavy processed meal. When the digestive system is overloaded, blood is pulled toward digestion, not circulation to the legs and feet. This blunts the benefit. Instead, pair pomegranate with a light meal or have it on its own, followed by gentle movement. And this is important. Movement does not mean exercise in the traditional sense. Even 5 to 10 minutes of slow walking around your home, ankle circles while seated, or simply standing and shifting weight from foot to foot helps signal the body to direct that improved blood flow where you want it most. Circulation responds to motion. Always has. Hydration is another silent partner here. Blood is mostly water. If you are even mildly dehydrated, circulation becomes thicker and slower. A glass of water before or after pomegranate makes a noticeable difference for many seniors. I've had patients tell me this one adjustment alone made their feet feel warmer by evening. Now let's talk about daily habits that quietly sabotage circulation. Even when you're doing everything right. Sitting for long periods without moving your ankles is one of the biggest culprits. If you watch television or read for hours, your calf muscles, the natural pumps of the legs, go dormant. Set a gentle reminder to move your feet every 30 to 45 minutes. Even small motions count. Another common mistake is wearing tight socks or shoes that restrict blood flow, especially around the ankles. Circulation cannot improve if it's physically blocked. Choose comfort over fashion. Your legs will thank you. Diet-wise, excess salt from processed foods causes fluid retention, which increases pressure in the lower legs and ankles. This doesn't mean eliminate salt completely, but be mindful. Whole foods support circulation far better than packaged ones. Now, let me say something reassuring. You do not need perfection. You do not need to change everything at once. The body responds to consistency, not intensity. When pomegranate is used as part of a calm, supportive routine, hydration, gentle movement, mindful eating, the effects build quietly over time. Some people notice changes in days. For others, it takes a couple of weeks. That does not mean it isn't working. It means your vessels are adapting at their own pace. And that pace is okay. In the final part, I want to talk directly to you about hope, about what it means to feel confident in your legs again, about why it's never too late to support your circulation, and how small daily choices can protect your independence far longer than you might expect. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine standing up from your chair without hesitation. Imagine walking to the kitchen or outside to check the mail without that quiet worry in the back of your mind about your legs feeling weak, heavy, or unreliable. For many seniors, that confidence slowly fades, not all at once, but little by little. And often, people assume it's just getting old and nothing can be done. But that simply isn't true. I've spent my career watching the human body adapt, even in later years when it's given the right support. Circulation does not shut down because of age alone. It slows when it's neglected, restricted, or misunderstood. And what we've talked about today is something as simple as using pomegranate thoughtfully. Staying hydrated, moving gently, and respecting your body's signals can help restore trust in your legs and feet again. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about preserving independence. It's about feeling steady when you stand, warm when you rest, and confident when you move. Those things matter deeply. They affect how long you stay active, social, and engaged with life. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s make small, consistent changes and feel better than they did in their early 60s. Not overnight, not magically, but gradually, naturally, and safely. And that kind of progress lasts because it works with the body, not against it. If you take one thing from this message, let it be this. Your legs are not failing you, they're asking for support. And sometimes the support they need is far simpler than we're led to believe. Be patient with yourself. Be consistent. Pay attention to how your body responds. And remember, every small step you take today protects your freedom tomorrow. If this message helped you, I invite you to like this video so more seniors can find it. Subscribe to the channel if you want calm, trustworthy guidance for healthy aging. And feel free to leave a comment below. Tell me how your legs and feet feel lately, or what changes you've noticed. You're not alone in this journey, and your story matters. Take care of yourself. Your body is listening.